and gentlemen, welcome to visiting lecture. Today, for everyone who have entered the room, we are about to begin, so please have a seat and make yourself comfortable. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Honorable Dr. Adam Shukry bin Ali as a Program Coordinator, Institute of Graduate Study, University Polytech Malaysia. And a very warm welcome to our participants and students from STEKOM University. Is it indeed a pleasure to have all of you on this memorable occasion? And I would like to thank God for gathering us here in the visiting lecture program regarding hardening strategic paths. Before we begin, please allow me to read our agenda this afternoon. First, there will be start a class presentation by Dr. Adam. And finally, there will be a question and answer session after the presentation. Continue with the brief photo session at the end. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, we will start this event today, delivered by Dr. Adam. The time is yours. Thank you.
Can everybody see my slide?
Yes.
Okay, yes, okay, all right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for attending to my presentation today, which I will present about charting a strategic path. I would like to thank the organizers, STEKOM universities, for inviting me to give a talk today. Okay, so the first thing is, before we go further about the strategy, we need to know what is strategy. So strategy can be defined as asking three important questions. So strategy can be in different contexts. Okay, it's either you are going for a personal goals, or you are going for an organizational goals. The basic important questions are the same. Okay, so the first question that you need to ask you or your organization is what you want. Okay, so like us, on personal note, we might have a goal of, for example, to get to buy a house, for example. Okay, that is our goal. For organization, you might have a goal of going to international market. Okay, so that is what you want. So in order for you to get what you want, you need to ask another questions, which is how you are going to get the thing that you want. So this where the tactics that leads to a strategy will come into play. Okay, for example, if you are an organization or a business, if you want to expand overseas to international markets, what you need to do is you need to establish a connection, and then you need to know what kind of market situation on the countries that you are intended to go. Okay, and then you ask the third question, which is when we will get what we want. Okay, so strategy must come with a timeline. Okay, meaning that you need to set a timeline so that you can achieve the strategy in the time that you wanted to achieve. Okay, for example, say that you want to market your product internationally, you need to set a timeline. It's either 3 years, 4 years, or 5 years, so that you can provide some kind of plan when to achieve them. Okay. Actually, why do we need a strategy? Okay, so because the goal that you set, okay, will become a focused vision, meaning that you are striving toward a single goal or multiple goals, okay, in order for you to drive your organization or yourself towards the goal that you have set, or towards the vision that you have set. The other thing is you can track the progress. Okay, meaning that you can always look back on what you have done, and also you need to manage one, the expectation, and then the other one is resources, and the other one is what we call the manpower or human effort that you need to have in order for you to achieve your goal. Okay, and then to draw attention to bias and flaw in reasoning. Okay, so if you have a strategy, you can do some kind of evaluation. Okay, whether your decision is right, or whether your decision is wrong, or whether your decision you cannot make a decision at that time. Okay. Okay, there are two types of strategic framework. So now I will go into strategic framework where in the literature they have explained different types of strategic framework that you can use in order for you to chart a strategic path. Okay. So one of the model of the strategic framework is plan and implement. Okay, meaning that the framework will provide you with some kind of guide. Okay, some kind of guide, and also some kind of templates. Okay, where you can follow, and also where you can do some sorts of evaluation on your current performance or your current situation. Okay, so example of the plan and implement strategic framework is the Passcode, which is the political, environment, social, technology, economic, and also legal evaluation. And then you have SWOT analysis, and the other one is Porter 5 forces. We actually have more than this. For example, you have the ANSOF matrix and others, but I will just highlight those three, okay, today. And the other one, a strategy framework, is what we call an emergent strategy. Okay, emergent strategy is the strategy that will come accidentally, okay, during the course of you are aiming for actual strategy. Okay, we will go one by one on this strategy. Okay, so this is the past analysis. Okay, past analysis is extension of past analysis. So you will evaluate whether there is certain factors that will give influence on your business. So, for example, if in order for you to expand your business internationally, you will have to evaluate these 4 factors. Okay, so if you find that these 4 factors are favorable to your organization, you might make decision based on the evaluation. Is either to go ahead with the decision to go international, or you wanted to hold the decision from going international. Okay. The next one is the SWOT analysis. I think many of us, okay, most of us have come across this SWOT analysis before. So the analysis allowed us to analyze 4 different areas of our organization, or 4 different areas of our personal situation. Okay, so what we will do is we will list out our strength and our weaknesses, and also our opportunities and threats. So most of the strength and weaknesses are from the internal sources, meaning it comes from within our organization, and opportunities and threats comes from outside of our organization. So we will usually work towards our strength and also towards the opportunity that we have on the evaluation. And we will actually look over the threats and also improve on our weaknesses. Okay, so once you have done the evaluation, you are likely to come out with 4 types of things that you can do to improve your organization or your personal situation. And the third strategic framework is what we call the Porter 5 forces, where you have 4 quadrants, okay, that explain 4 types of consideration that you need to take into account when you are making a decision for your organization. For example, if you wanted to start a new business, you need to look at whether it is possible for other people to open the same business, which is the threat of new entrants. And then you will look at the bargaining power of the buyers, okay, whether you have a number of buyers and whether they can switch from you as the sellers or to other competitors. Okay, and then you will need to look at the substitute product. Okay, substitute product is a similar product that is an alternative. Okay, for example, we here in Southeast Asia, we are likely to use palm oil, and as an alternative, there is also another types of oil, which is the vegetable oils, okay, that is used in the West. Okay, and also you need to look at the bargaining power of suppliers, okay, whether your supplier can provide you with the supplies that you need, okay, and whether they can provide variation. Okay, and the last one is you need to look at the rivalry among the competitors. How many numbers of competitors that you have, and whether the people will be able to switch easily to your competitors. Okay. Okay, so now we are looking at the Mintzberg Emergence Strategy framework, where it explains that when you will chart your strategy, okay, as an intended strategy. Okay. And sometimes you will realize, or you will manage to complete your goals or achieve your vision. Okay. But sometimes it will not complete, your vision will not complete, and sometimes your strategy, you cannot be able to fulfill or to complete your strategy. But at the same time, you will have an emergent strategy coming up, or a new ideas or a new strategy that coming up in the process of realizing the actual strategy. We can say, in other words, it's an accidental type of strategy that you are likely to create once you are going over the realized strategy. So basically, what's been said, that there are three things that could happen in the process of you completing your strategy. One is you manage to realize your strategy, meaning you can fulfill your vision. The other one, meaning you would not realize your strategy. In other words, you fail to complete your intended goals. And the other one, there is another thing coming up, or learning curve, or things that suddenly pop out during the process of your strategic realization. Okay. So basically, that is the 4 examples of ways that you can use to chart your strategy. Okay, so, and you need to make sure that every single decision that you make, it must come with a plan on how to complete and when to complete. The other one is the importance of the strategic alignment. Once you have stated what is your strategy, you need to make sure that it fulfills the purpose of your company. That means if you are in a company and you are going to chart your strategy, you need to make sure that whether the things that you have done in your business are moving towards the strategy that you have set. Okay, for example, if you are going to low-cost strategy, you need to look at the business decision that you make, whether all the decisions are going towards lowering the cost, the overall cost, so that you can transfer the cost to your customers. And the other thing is, you need to make sure that that the organization support your business strategy, whether all your decisions that you make are actually moving towards achieving the strategy that you have created, or vision that you have mentioned during the establishment of your company. And the next one is, we look at why strategies fail. One is the inflexible in achieving the set goal. Sometimes you are too occupied and in achieving the goals, and you might not want to look at other alternatives, or you don't want to look at other help, or you neglect other opinion that might be beneficial in achieving the goals. Okay, and the second one is the failure to respond to competition. And the other one is fail to identify and create value. So if you are a business entity, the most important thing is you need to create value out of your business. You need to have some kind of identity or values that is synonymous with your business. So if you didn't manage to find the value, it's quite hard for you to chart the strategic path, because you don't know where you are actually going. And the last one is you are underestimating the use of technology in helping your business to grow. Okay, so you need to embrace the use of technology. And because of the development is so fast, we as a business owner, or we who are people who work in business, need to quickly adapt, and you need to quickly learn all available technologies that is around us that is going to help. Okay, it's either the social media or what we call today an artificial intelligence. Okay, we need to embrace all of those things so that we will not be left behind. I have two examples of company that have managed to chart the strategy and to some extent realize the strategic goal that they have set. So if you know Matsushita is a Japanese company. So when the founder Konosuke Matsushita established the company in 1918, he established a 250-year plan, okay, which is divided into 10. Each section is a 25-year section, okay, and until today, this plan is being followed. If not all, some of the plan are being followed to this day. And you can see that Matsushita Electric is still here today, producing the product under the brand name of, for example, Panasonic. Okay. And the other one is Tesla, okay, which quite a new company, okay, not like Matsushita, but it became one of the top exporters of electric cars, and valued at 670 billion on April 2021 due to its disruptive innovation strategies. Okay, meaning the strategy is to produce some kind of modern cars, which we can see have achieved some sorts of success this past years. Okay, in the future, is still being a guess, but at the moment, they managed to exceed, or they managed to expand the market very well due to the demand of the product, which is very unique throughout the world, and it is hard for the consumer to have a similar alternative to what Tesla has to offer. Okay. So I've conclude the presentation today. A strategic plan is an ongoing process, meaning that you need to set your goals and you need to revisit the progress of you moving towards the goal what we call during a certain intervals, or you need to visit them quite often. Okay, it should be regularly reviewed and adapted as the circumstances change and as you learn from your experience. It means that your strategy is a learning curve, and it should be evolved over time. Okay, and the key to have successful strategies is to have some sort of flexibility, adaptability, and commitment towards continuous improvement. So some strategy we've labeled them as a short-term strategy. Okay, and some they have we call them mid-term strategy, and some we call it longer-term strategy. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to really committed towards completing the vision or the goal that you have set, and this requires some sort of commitment to improve. Okay, and adaptation, and also some sorts of flexibility for you to change. Okay, in summary, we have reviewed the strategic framework. We also have understand the strategic definition. Okay, I also have highlighted the strategy alignment and why do the strategies fail, and examples of some company that have charted the strategies. And the last one is the conclusion. With that, I've end my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much for Dr. Adam for the wonderful presentation. Yeah, for our audience, if you wanna ask question, you can raise your hand or you can write in the room chat.
Okay. So I have 3 questions.
Yeah, in
Oh.
Zoom.
Okay, so one is, can strategy planning only be done by business owners? And can employees be involved in this? How to handle if the business has a bossy nature and feel like he always right? Okay. Oh, this one is quite interesting. I think if you look at the way you view the strategy, the ideal way is to let everybody in the organization knows what is your strategy. So in order for you to chart the strategy, you need to have some sorts of inputs from everybody. The thing with what we call to let your subordinate or let your leader to hear from you is maybe we can use a persuasive approach, meaning that you can persuade them and give them alternatives in order for them to accept some of your suggestion, because most of strategic decision, they might they are giving some effect to the operation as well. So it's important for the operation to persuade the top management to listen to them. Okay. Okay, number 2, why is strategic planning important for all companies? So one of the reasons is because you need to have some kind of direction. Okay, so a direction is important for the company, where you want to go from there. Okay, I think most companies, they want to expand or they want to get more monies. Okay, and it is necessary to you have an understanding because the way the competition that is growing today, if you fail to look at your competition, you might not be able to survive yourself. Okay, the competition might take over the market share that you have. And the last one by Randy. How do we know that the decision we make are good and quality decision? One of the things that you might want to look at is you look at the results. Okay, so if the result appears to have a positive effect, then you are having a good decision that you have made in the past. Okay, so for example, if you have decided to go for outsourcing instead of doing some part of your supply chain, and if you have reduced customer complaint, for example, the customer complaint is greatly reduced, then your decision might be a good decision for you to outsource some of your operation. Okay, so the other question is okay. So in the context of the institution organization, okay. So in the context of the graduate studies, we as a coordinator, we overlook the way how the program run. For example, we have a postgraduate program offered at the Institute of Graduate Studies. And we always look at the program to measure whether they are relevant according to the current market trends, or whether the syllabus is up to date with the current progression of technologies and the way students adapting to their studies. Okay, and then we make sure that the syllabus and also the content that we deliver to the student are in sync with the aim of organization. Okay, which is of course, I think most of organization, they want the student to be happy and also the student to graduate on time. Okay, so I think that is the last question for the day. Okay, thank you for having me.
Thank you. Oh, we have one question again, Cha.
Okay. So elaborate on the key administrators that fall within the purview of. Okay. So things that we do is we assign, in terms of curriculum development, we assign the programs to respective lecturers and what we also call expert in the field for them to create the syllabus. Okay, and we also spend our time to supervise the postgraduate students, and we always make sure that our communication channels are open, whether direct or indirectly, just to make sure that the program can run smoothly and with minimal disruption. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for Dr. Adam for the wonderful information. Before I close this event, please for our audience, please open your camera. I will take a picture on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, another one. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Thank you for your participation and enthusiasm. Okay, as we approach the conclusion of this enlightening visiting lecture online, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for active participation and enthusiasm this event. It has been a truly experience. First, I extend my deepest appreciation to our distinguished guest speaker, Dr. Adam Shukry Ali from University Polytechnic Malaysia. Okay, I will also like to thank all participants for the thoughtful question and contribution during the Q&A session. Okay, as we conclude today's visiting lecture online, I encourage you to continue the discussion and networking beyond this virtual platform. The knowledge and insight gained here can serve as foundation for further exploration and collaboration. Please stay connected with us for future event and opportunity. We value present and look forward to having you join us again. Once again, thank you for all being to part of this entering experience. Wishing you a wonderful day ahead and please take care. Goodbye and see you in our future event. Thank you so much for Dr. Ada.
Yeah, you too. Thank you for having me and let me share some of the content today.
Thank you so much for Dr. Adam. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.